Hi guys, it's Kathryn from West Coast Music School, and today we're going to talk about all things practice. It's a frequently asked question that comes my way. How can I get my child to practice at home? It's not hard, don't worry, and I'm going to give you my top 5 tips to make it easier on you and on them. But first up, let's talk about how important practice actually is. I can't stress how important it is. Seriously, without it, they run the risk of not moving forward. So they're going to go into class and they're going to just repeat what they did the last week. It's disempowering and they're just going to get into this really negative cycle, and it's not going to end well, I can guarantee it. So if we put these kind of 5 steps into place to encourage practice, it will allow your child to stay on this forward motion towards their end goal, whatever that may be. So my first tip is to create a routine. If you incorporate practice time into their everyday routine, they're going to be more likely to accept it as the norm. So, for example, get up in the morning, have breakfast, go to school, come home, practice time, homework time, play time. We understand that, their life goes on outside of music. So, even if you can get 5 minutes in of practice 3 times a week, that's huge. It's enough to kind of keep them going forward. Obviously, more than that is even better. My second tip is to create a safe environment and a quiet environment for your child to practice in. If they keep getting distracted, they're not going to be able to fulfill their practice goals, they're not going to feel empowered, they're not going to feel like they've achieved anything, which means they're probably not going to feel like doing it again. And then we're going to get into this negative cycle of not practicing. So if you can create a space that is quiet and away from all the distractions of home life, that's ideal. My third tip is to actually practice first thing in the morning. I know that, some people are like, I don't really want the sound of piano bashing out in the morning. But if you can set aside 5 or 10 minutes 3 times a week, first thing in the morning before breakfast, that's the best time that they can practice because their minds are still fresh. They're not coming home from a day of school and, they're tired and they can't concentrate. So morning practice is definitely ideal. My 4th tip is for you to get involved in their practice. If you are involved in their practice, you can really help them to guide it in the direction that it's meant to be. Your teacher should be writing down exactly what your child should be practicing at home. If you can follow that and help them, you can also make it fun. You can play teacher-teacher where your child teaches you how to play the song. There's lots of different things that you can do to keep it interactive. You can check out my blog on that one. That's a really great way. And if you're unsure of anything, ask your teacher, ask your child's teacher exactly what they meant by that so that you can help implement it at home. My last tip is to use positive reinforcement. This can be done in whatever way works for your child. So whether it's a star chart or putting pom-poms in a glass jar, and when the glass jar is full, they get a reward. Whatever it is, reward them for practice time so that they have a positive association with it. They're going to feel more inclined to do it, and they're going to feel more inclined to get to that place of intrinsic motivation, which is where we want them to be at the end of the day. I really hope that those tips help you, and I look forward to chatting with you next time. Bye!